Hey, yo, what's gamer players? It's your boy, Desmond Sharp, man, back out here on this Madden 23 franchise mode. And we are here in the third 1 o'clock scheduled game for week 2. Now, this matchup is another 0-1 versus 0-1 matchup. Now, I gotta tell you, it is going to be plenty of matchups featuring 0-1 versus 0-1 teams. It's going to be plenty of them. Now, this game is going to be another 0-1 versus 0-1 matchup. We have the Washington Commanders doing battle with the Detroit Lions. Both teams suffered defeats in the season opener. The Detroit Lions were at home in the season opener, and let's just say things didn't go too well. However, they get a second home game, and they'll be looking to split their first 2 home games. On the other side, for the Commanders, their very first game with the Washington Commanders, let's just say things didn't go well either. However, they didn't struggle like the Lions did in the season opener. They lost, but it was a tight game. So now both teams are going to be battling to get their very first win of the season. Now, you already know Carson Wentz. He's looking to play better, and we're going to see if there's going to be some changes going on in that Washington team. Now, if you haven't seen the first 3 games here in week 2, be sure to go check those games out so you will not miss out on any of the action so far. And if you haven't seen week 1 of the Madden 23 series, be sure to go back and watch it so you guys will be able to get caught up to where we are right now as we continue with on the Ford Field in downtown Detroit. We're gonna find out which one of these 2 teams is gonna rebound from their week 1 defeat. It's the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Let's go.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' sure-handed wide receiver. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Commanders, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, and CD, you look at our quarterback matchup in this ball game, that's where the focus naturally gravitates, and I think we have a fairly interesting one here.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for. Who can get off to a fast start? If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
Alright, so it looks like the Detroit Lions will get the ball first. So that means Ryan Gilmore is the man we're going to see out there first. Now, in the season opener for him, he played okay. However, he's looking to rebound from those 3 interceptions he threw in the last game. Who's going to get into the win column? We will find out as we're underway from Detroit. As Williams will take a knee in the end zone, so we get set for the Lions offense to begin their drive. And leading them out, Ryan Gilmore.
And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Okay, great.
First down, here's DeAndre Swift. And they're going to bring him down at the 28, a gain of 3 on the first play from scrimmage.
Look, already running back Loins is a nice job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And here's another carry. Swift. Breaking a tackle is Swift, and he's tackled right at the 40, and that will move the chains for the Lions.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First down as Gilmore connects with Cam Baker. And they're going to bring him down at the 47. At Cam Baker, he had a pretty decent season opener, even though the Lions did lose the game. Now, not only are they looking to bounce back, now you'll be looking for another huge performance.
Second and 2.
Gilmore looking around, and Gilmore's going to throw this one away. It's incomplete.
This one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The slot man in motion right.
3rd and 2 for Detroit.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Here's Gilmore. He's going to let this one fly for Cam Baker, and he overthrew it.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to
Gilmore tried to take a shot downfield. Instead, it's 4th down.
Secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And look at this. The Lions are going to go for it on 4th and 2.
They're going to try and throw.
And Gilmore's going to connect with Cam Baker.
That's Baker.
And they're going to bring him down at the 37. First down, Detroit.
Play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring.
Gilmore on first down. He connects with St. Brown. And he'll go down at the 29. A gain of 8. 2nd and 2.
Gift to 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game about how important it is.
2nd and 2, and Gilmore connects with St. Brown. And down he goes, getting this to the 8-yard line to set up 1st and goal, Detroit.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Here's Swift.
And he was able to show
And he's going to get this up to the 7-yard line to bring up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw.
Gilmore on 2nd and goal. He finds DeAndre Swift. And they're going to bring him down right at the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
And now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick make a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal. Here's Swift, and he stopped right at the 2. Now it's 4th down.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to
So
take on
4th and goal for Detroit. And Gilmore finds Cam Baker for a Lions touchdown as they strike first.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Why don't I call the touchdown machine this
So
early?
here's Patterson for the extra point.
When you feel good about things, you get into that zone.
And it is good. And the Lions strike first. It's 7-0.
He was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early. Great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So here's Jack Fox to kick this one away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Johnson, he's not going to return this one. So the Washington Commanders offense gets set to go. And leading them out, Carson Wentz.
7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team.
Now Carson Wentz didn't play bad. He didn't play bad in the last one.
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz.
Wentz on the first play, he's going to connect with rookie Sam Daniel. And they're going to bring him down at the 48 and a quick 1st down for the Commanders.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
So after the play, here's 1st down.
Now
Wentz looking to throw again. And he's got Sam Daniel once again.
That's Daniel.
And they're going to bring him down at the 39, and that's another 1st down.
Catch in a row, 1st down.
And with that, that's going to bring the end to this 1st quarter.
7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
First down. Here's Watt. And they're going to get him down at the 36. He'll get a gain of about 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Wentz looking to throw, and that was complete to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to bring him down for another 1st at the 15.
15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense hoping to
After that completion to McLaurin, his 1st down. And here's Watt on 1st down. And the Lions defense is there. They're going to tackle him right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw.
Wentz throws, and that's incomplete. He tried to hit the rookie Sam Daniel, Now it's third down for the Commanders.
If they put this defense on notice, that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now Wentz on third down.
Wentz throws, and that's picked off. Josh Terry picks it off, and the Lions are going to get the ball back at the 19. A great defensive play right there to read the quarterback's eyes and to pick off the pass. I mean, look at Terry. He literally read Carson Wentz's eyes. He knew that he was going to go right back to Daniel. So now the Lions will take over.
Reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
And here's Swift on first down. But the Commander defense was all over that one. They're going to stop him at the 19. A loss of a yard, 2nd and 11.
I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw.
Gilmore on play action. He finds the tight end Hawkinson. And down he goes, getting this to the 43, and that's a first down for Detroit.
5 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on
First down. Gilmore's going to air it out. Cam Baker's down the field, and he completes it. And they're going to bring him down at the 2, and it's first and goal Detroit.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
So that brings this one to the 2-minute warning. But what a play. That was a huge throw from Gilmore to Cam Baker. That duo has been key so far ever since Gilmore made himself into this lineup. So here's first and goal from the 2. Here's Swift, and Swift gets in. Touchdown Lions. I mean, look at Swift. He even tried to dive his way into the end zone, and he still got a touchdown.
Plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more.
Here's Patterson for the extra point. And this one is good to make it 14-0 Lions. So here's Fox to kick this one away. And Johnson is not going to return this one. So this one's going to be a touchback. So here comes the Commanders offense.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it.
And here's Watt on first down.
I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the
And they're going to bring him down at the 34, a gain of 9 on the carry.
We always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Wentz throws, and that one's overthrown and it's incomplete.
Trying to throw it downfield, and that one falls incomplete.
So 3rd and 1 for the Commanders.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1.
Wentz throws, and that's complete to the tight end, Dawson Knox. And down he goes, getting this to the 33 and a first down.
Certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Wentz, and he's going to find R.J. Watt left side, and Watt with some space. He's got a Washington touchdown. Now Wentz almost got sacked.
This one was going. You just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis is
here's the extra point, and it is good. And the Commanders are on the board. However, it's 14-7 Detroit.
And take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And here's Williams, and he will take a knee in the end zone, so the Lions will take over.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go
Gilmore. And they're gonna bring him down at the 35. And the Lions, they're gonna keep it moving. And Gilmore, and that one's going to be incomplete. So now it's 3rd and inches.
And they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Back to
3rd and inches. Gilmore connects with DeAndre Swift, but that one's going to go backwards. A loss of a yard or 2. It's 4th down.
As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
So here's Jack Fox to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week.
And this one sent away, and Sam Daniel makes a fair catch right at the 15.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And here's Watt. And they're going to bring him down at the 28. And Washington's going to use their 2nd timeout. They've only got 8 seconds on the clock. So what do they think about doing?
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run.
Wentz gets hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. So now it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So it looks like the Commanders are going to kneel this one out. And with that, that's going to do it for the first half, with the Lions leading this one 14-7.
Touchdown, that's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
Up next, we're going to be in Jacksonville as the Jags looking to get themselves to 2-0 as they host the Indianapolis Colts. Then an NFC South battle is on our hands after that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Lions, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
All right, so we're set and ready for the third quarter. The Lions up 14-7 against the Washington Commanders. Now this is a battle because both teams are trying to get their first win of the season. However, only one team can do that. We get to see what happens in the second half.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them.
First play, here's Watt. And he'll be tackled at the 28. He'll get 3 yards out of that. Second down.
Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Watt again, and this time he goes backwards. That one was blown up. A loss of 3, maybe 4. Now it's 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Third and 11 as Wentz connects with Sam Daniel. And they're going to bring him down at the 48 and a first down.
That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down, Watt. And they're going to bring him down right at the 45. 2nd and 3 coming up for Washington.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 3. Here's Watt, and he's going to go nowhere. They're going to stop him at the 48. A loss of 3, and now it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz.
Wentz gets hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. So now it's going to be fourth down for Washington.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to.
So here's Tressway. He'll punt it for Washington. And Cam Baker will make a fair catch right at the 11. So here comes Detroit.
Going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Strike.
And here's Swift. And Swift with some running room now. And they're going to bring him down at the 30. And that's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And here's Swift again, and Swift with some running room once again. And they're going to bring him down at the 39 and a first down.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And here's another carry, Swift. And they're going to bring him down at the 30. A gain of 10, 2nd and inches.
He has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Gilmore, and that's incomplete. As he tried to give it to Cam Baker, it's third down.
He's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week.
3rd and inches. Here's Swift, and I believe he got enough, and he does. It's a first down.
It would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Gilmore looking to pass. He's got Amon-Ra St. Brown. And down he goes at the 9-yard line. And it's 1st and goal, Detroit.
First and goal after a gain of 19.
And with that, that's going to bring to the end to this third quarter.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Back to throw here.
Gilmore. Oh, and that one's dropped off the hands of DeAndre Swift. 2nd and goal.
To go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw.
Gilmore, and that's picked off.
Turnover they needed, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
Cole Holcomb picks it, and the Commanders are going to get the ball back.
taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be.
And here's a carry for Watt. And he's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. No gain there. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those.
2nd and 10. Here's Watt. And down he goes at the 45, and that's a first down.
They've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Wentz now on first down.
Wentz letting this one fly. Oh, and that one was almost completed. It's incomplete. 2nd down.
Wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now
Wentz looking to throw again, and this time he goes down. The Detroit defense gets to him. So now 3rd and long, and this is when trouble starts to get.
The Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Wentz going downfield, and it's batted down. He tried to go to Sam Daniel. Instead, it's 4th down. So Tress Way, he's on the punt. This one's sent away downfield, and no return for Baker, as that one's going to be a touchback.
That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first
Gilmore letting this one fly. Cam Baker completes it. And he's going to be tackled at the 32. And that's going to be a first down.
We talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that
wow.
list, didn't he? I mean, he's had
this is just helpless.
This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate.
Look at his catch. Like, that is 2 Washington Commander defenders downfield.
In the air. Wow.
This is why no matter what you do, you gotta trust your players, your star players.
Changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10, just outside the 30. He'll drop to throw.
Gilmore on the run. He's got Baker again.
It's Baker.
And he's gonna be tackled at the 9-yard line.
These guys, so they're not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And with that, that's going to bring this one to the 2-minute warning.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. He'll look to throw.
Gilmore to the end zone for T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Detroit.
Hawkinson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep. If they close this game out, just a few snaps remaining, they can't relax.
Riley Patterson puts in the extra point, and now it's 21-7. So with a minute and 57 left, Detroit leads by 2 scores.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Johnson, he will not return this one, so this will be a touchback.
Come out to the 25. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just under 2 minutes to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. On 1st down, Wentz.
Wentz throws, and that one's complete to Watt.
And they'll get it all the way.
And they're going to bring him down at the 45.
Wentz now on 1st down.
Wentz looking around, and Wentz throws it away.
Just get rid of it.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz. Now a
Wentz
desperation
throws
throw
downfield. Sam Daniel with the catch.
at the 6-yard line.
And they're going to bring him down at the 5. Now it's 1st and goal. And they're going to try to hand it to Watt.
And he is going to lose.
And they're going to bring him down at the 7.
Now from the 7.
Now it's 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Wentz.
Wentz fires, and it's incomplete. He tried to go back to Daniel. Instead, 3rd down.
And either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Throwing is Wentz.
Wentz throws, and that's incomplete. He tried to go to Juju Smith-Schuster. Now it's 4th and goal.
Extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one.
Wentz to the end zone, and it's picked off.
That should do it. Picked off by Mike Hughes.
Mike Hughes picks it. And the Lions are going to get the ball back.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances.
And here's Swift on 1st down.
But give credit to this
And with
defense.
that, the Commanders have no choice but to use their timeouts now. They were trying to score and then try to somehow get the ball back, but however, that interception might have just cost him.
Nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the
2nd and
ground
7
with
as Swift. He's going to pick up the 1st down
34.
at the
Now
34.
Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
And with that ought to do it. The Lions picked up that 1st down, and with that, they're going to ice the game now, as they have this one in the winning column.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Alright, so with that being said, the Detroit Lions, they're going to even their first 2 home games of the season, as they're going to win 21-7 over the Commanders, who will drop to 0-2 on the season. Another tough defeat for the Commanders. However, the Lions are in the win column now.
It was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature.
Well, I gotta say that Detroit, they didn't put up a lot of points, even though they were playing well to start. They didn't put up a lot of points. However, they were still able to get the win, even though they only scored 21 points in this game. So the Lions beat the Commanders 21-7. Now the Commanders were trying to make it a 1-score difference. However, the interception was definitely costly. So the numbers: Ryan Gilmore, 2 touchdowns and an interception. However, he threw for 245, and he didn't get sacked in this one. So that is a strong rebound, because if you remember, he got sacked twice in the opener. Now this time he bounced back with no sacks. Now Carson Wentz, he bounced back as well, but however, the touchdown and the 2 interceptions were definitely costly. The 2 interceptions were costly. He did only get sacked 1 time, despite of him getting sacked 6 times in the opener. He threw for 216 also. So I would say both quarterbacks bounced back, except for that interception ratio for Wentz. That's all I can say. Now the running game was not too bad. DeAndre Swift finished with 90 yards rushing, and he had a touchdown out of it. And RJ Watt finished with 38 yards rushing. Now, if I'm honest, Washington is going to have to get that running game, involved a bit more. And here's the receiving. Cam Baker. He had another huge performance. He just cannot be matched at this point. 152 yards receiving, 6 catches, and he had a touchdown. Sam Daniel, 4 catches, 110 yards, but he just couldn't get a touchdown in this game. Yet alone, he did score one in the last game. RJ Watt had 2 catches for 53. He had a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he had a few catches. He had 3 of them for 48. TJ Hawkinson, 2 catches, 34, and a touchdown. Dawson Knox, a catch for 33. Terry McLaurin, a catch for 20. Now, I could just be complete honest. He got shut down because of the rookie Jay Wiggins being guarded him. He just couldn't find anywhere to get open. DJ Chark, a catch for 10. And DeAndre Swift, 2 catches for a yard. So for Detroit, they're gonna go ahead and split their first 2 home games. A loss in one of them, but a win in the second one, as they're now 1-1. And in week 3, they're gonna have a huge road game when they will match up with the new looked Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Washington, they're now 0-2 to start the season. Now, I'm pretty sure that's not how they wanted to start with their new look team. However, they will be at home in week 3 where Carson Wentz will face his former team in the Philadelphia Eagles. Alright, so with that being said, there goes 3 1 o'clock scheduled games here in week 2. If you enjoyed this one, be sure to drop a like on it. Remember, we've got plenty more 0-1 versus 0-1 games. The game at MetLife Stadium, the game in Dallas, and the game in Las Vegas. We still got 3 more 0-1 versus 0-1 games. But like I said, if you enjoyed this game, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you are new. In the next episode, we're going to have our very first 0-1 versus 1-0 game. It is a division matchup in the AFC South Division. The Jags, who got a victory in the season opener, looking to go for their very first 2-0 start when they host Matt Ryan and the new-looked Indianapolis Colts, which should be a fun one to watch.